If you think that events that won't happen for a few million years are irrelevant to you, because you won't live to see them anyway, you're wrong. I invite you to listen to the video entitled God Incarnates Again and Again, Before or After. Welcome to our latest audiobook, which is about the merger of the galaxies Milky Way and Andromeda. Written by the visionary Gabriella, also known as Gabriella Magic of Manifest and Gabriella Grupp-Cyber of Criminal. Today, this exciting work is brought to life by our talented voice actor Julian Hale. In this audiobook, we take you on a fascinating journey to the fusion of these two impressive galaxies. We explore the scientific basis of this cosmic encounter, what could happen to the Earth and what effects this fusion has on our future. In addition, we would like to give an outlook on a future book by Gabriella entitled The Journey Begins Now. Evolution and Revolution of the New Humanity, the Hybrid Human. This book will deal with the Andromedan future human race and will soon be published as an audio book. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, share it and leave your comments. This is just the beginning, because there are many more exciting audiobooks and podcasts waiting for you. So stay tuned and let's embark on this transformative journey together. Introduction to Galaxy Fusion. The merger of the galaxies Milky Way and Andromeda is one of the most exciting and significant events in the history of our universe. These majestic collections of stars, gas, and dust have evolved over billions of years and are now at a point where they will connect with each other. This event, often referred to as a galaxy collision, could reveal immensely fascinating aspects of our cosmic neighborhood and have profound implications for the future of Earth and our solar system. In the coming chapters, we will take a closer look at the scientific basis of this galaxy merger. We will study the physical forces of gravity and their role in the dynamics of galaxies. We also take a look at the different scenarios that possible changes could bring about on Earth and in our solar system. The amount of time this merger will take is monumental, with estimates of several billion years to complete fusion. Why does this happen? What are the causes behind this galactic meeting? And what will the merged galaxy look like? These questions and many more will be addressed in the following chapters. Finally, we embark on a speculative journey that leads us to a new Earth with potentially 3 moons, raising the question of how this vision of the future might affect our notions of life and existence. The name of this new galaxy and the prospects for humanity will also be illuminated as we prepare to reveal our cosmic destiny. Join us on this fascinating journey through the stars as the galaxies unite and a new era in the history of the universe begins. Chapter 1: Introduction to Galaxy Merger. The Milky Way, our home galaxy, is a stunning example of the complexity and beauty of the universe. It is home to an estimated 100 to 400 billion stars, including our Sun, and spans about 100,000 light-years in diameter. The Andromeda galaxy, which is closest to us at the nearest large galaxy, is a huge collection of matter with its approximately 1 trillion stars. These two galaxies are not only neighbors in vast cosmic space, but they are also on a collision course that will lead to their merger over the next billion years. Overview of the Milky Way and Andromeda. The Milky Way is a spiral-shaped galaxy with several arms surrounded by a central bulge. Their structure and dynamics are the result of complex interactions between gravity, dark matter, and the interstellar clouds of gas and dust in which new stars are born. The Andromeda galaxy, on the other hand, also known as M31, is a large spiral galaxy with a similarly impressive structure and history. Both galaxies have evolved over billions of years, but their time as separate entities is coming to an end. Significance of galaxy fusion. The merger of the Milky Way and Andromeda has far-reaching consequences that will affect not only the future structure of these galaxies, but also the fate of our solar system and Earth. During this collision, the gravitational effects between the two galaxies will excite new star-forming regions and force old stars into new orbits. However, the exact details of this interaction are complex and largely unexplored. This fusion is not only a scientific phenomenon, but also an opportunity to expand our understanding of the universe. It raises questions about the evolution of galaxies, the conditions for the emergence of life, and the long-term prospects for our own species. Our research will help us understand how the universe is evolving and what role we play in it. In the following chapters, we will explore the scientific basis of this fusion, understand the physical laws behind the dynamics of collision, and examine the possible changes for Earth and our solar system. Prepare for a journey through the depths of space as we take a closer look at the spectacular interplay between the two galaxies. The future is fascinating and full of possibilities, and the only constant is change. Chapter 2: The Science Behind Galaxy Mergers. The fusion of galaxies is a fascinating phenomenon that is determined by both gravity and the laws of physics. In this chapter, we dive into the science behind galaxy fusion, which helps us understand how and why such massive cosmic events take place. Basics of galaxy collision. Galaxies are massive collections of stars, dust, gas, and dark matter held together by gravity. When two galaxies collide, they experience a complex interplay of forces that leads to their interaction. During the approach, these galaxies go through several phases. 1. Gravitational attraction. When two galaxies approach, their mutual gravity begins to attract them. This attraction causes the galaxies to move faster towards each other. 2. Tidal forces. Gravity affects not only the stars in each galaxy, but also the structures themselves, creating tidal forces. These forces can cause stars to be thrown out of their original orbits and new structures such as stellar streams or tidal tails to form. 3. Collision of stars. Usually, the space between stars in a galaxy is so large that direct collisions between individual stars during a galaxy merger are relatively rare. Instead, gravitational forces influence the movements of the stars, leading to new orbits and star-forming regions. Gravitational forces and dynamics. Gravity plays a crucial role in the dynamics of galaxy fusion. As the Milky Way and Andromeda approach, the gravity of one galaxy begins to distort the other. The dynamics of this interaction can be investigated using mathematical models and computer simulations. Various factors are taken into account, such as the mass, structure, and velocity distribution of the galaxies involved. An example of such simulations is the Millennium simulation, which has put our existing theoretical idea of galaxy formation and evolution to the test. These simulations show that the collision of galaxies is not simply a one-time event, but a dynamic process that extends over millions of years. In the process, new star systems can form, and remnants of dust and gas are formed, which then flow into new stars. In addition to gravity, other factors such as dark matter, which makes up much of the mass in the universe, and intergalactic gas flows also play a role in the evolution and fusion of galaxies. Dark matter is invisible and does not interact with electromagnetic radiation, but it massively affects the motion and dynamics of visible matter in galaxies. Overall, the science behind galaxy mergers is a fascinating interplay of gravity, dynamics, and the unpredictable evolution of structures in the universe. In the next few chapters, we will take a closer look at the concrete effects of this fusion on our solar system and Earth, and explore what awaits us in the coming galactic era. Chapter 3: What will happen to the Earth? The upcoming merger of the galaxies Milky Way and Andromeda will not only create a spectacular cosmic spectacle, but will also have significant effects on our solar system and Earth. In this chapter, we will explore the possible changes that this powerful galactic collision could bring. Effects of fusion on the solar system. When the Milky Way and Andromeda eventually merge, our solar system is unlikely to remain untouched. Here are some of the main aspects to consider. 1. Changes in the gravitational environment. The merger could significantly change the gravitational environment of the solar system. As the galaxies approach, the gravity of the Andromeda galaxy will affect the orbit of the Sun and other stars in the solar system. This could cause orbits to change or our solar system to move towards the new galactic center. 2. Rearrangement of stars. The gravitational influence of the merger could last millions of years, but there is a possibility that stars near us will be shifted. This could cause our solar system to approach or move away from other neighboring stars. Such changes could potentially affect the stability of the Oort cloud, a hypothetical region outside our solar system that is home to many comets. 3. Increased star formation. During the merger, massive gas clouds could collide and be compressed, which can lead to an increased star formation rate. These new stars could form over billions of years, altering the solar system's environment and giving rise to new potential planets or even life forms. Possible changes on Earth. Earth itself could also be affected by the merger. Here are some possible scenarios. 1. Changes on the Earth's surface. During fusion, the Earth itself is unlikely to be directly hit by other objects. Most of the stars are far enough apart. However, gravitational changes could cause the Earth to enter a new orbit, which could significantly change the climate and seasons. 2. Increased meteorite impacts. the restructuring of the solar system could also result in increased meteorite impacts on Earth. If the Oort cloud destabilizes, more comets and asteroids could be sent to the inner parts of the solar system, potentially risky for life on Earth. 3. Impact on life. Depending on changes in climate and environmental conditions, life on Earth could adapt or even be endangered. New ecosystems could emerge or existing ecosystems could reach their limits. Evolutionary adaptation would be crucial for the survival of species. 4. Long-term perspective. Over time, as galaxy fusion progresses and stabilizes, Earth could be incorporated into a new world within the merged galaxy. This could greatly expand our horizons and understanding of the universe, as we could discover new neighboring stars and potentially habitable zones. In sum, the merger of the Milky Way and Andromeda is a long-lasting process, the effects of which on the solar system and the Earth are unpredictable but potentially profound. In the coming chapters, we will take a closer look at the timing of this fusion, the causes of it, and the fascinating perspectives that open up for life on the new Earth. Chapter 4. Galaxy Merger Timeframe. The merger between the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy is an event that spans an incredibly long period of time, much longer than human civilization exists. In this chapter, we will examine the timeframe for this process and highlight the different phases of fusion that will take place over billions of years. How long does the process take? The complete fusion of the Milky Way and Andromeda is estimated to take between 4 and 8 billion years. This process is not immediate. Rather, it is a series of steps that take place over long periods of time. The galaxies involved are already moving towards each other, and it is believed that they will actually collide in about 4.5 billion years. After the first collision, the merger will continue until the two galaxies have merged into a stable new unit. To better understand the dimensions of this process, let's look at the individual phases in the course of the merger. 1. Approach phase, 0 to 4.5 billion years at the moment. The Milky Way and Andromeda are already on a collision course. This approximation is accelerated by the mutual gravity of the galaxies. During this time, many interacting stars and intergalactic gas flows are observed, which change under the influence of gravitational forces. 2. First contact. In 4.5 billion years after approaching, the galaxies will touch each other for the first time in about 4.5 billion years. While this collision will trigger many gravitational interactions, most stars are unlikely to collide directly because the space between each star is enormous. However, there will be a dramatic transformation of both the Milky Way and Andromeda. Second collision. In 5 to 6 billion years after the first contact, the galaxies will approach and collide again, making the gravitational interaction more intense. New stars could form due to the compressed gas clouds, and the sky could be temporarily lit up by new, bright stars. 4. Stabilization. In 7 to 8 billion years eventually, the two galaxies will begin to unite to form a new larger galaxy. This process of stabilization can take up to 8 billion years as stellar populations adjust and form new orbits. In the end, the galaxy is expected to turn into an oval or elliptical structure. Milestones of the merger over time. In order to better grasp the era of galaxy merger, there are some significant milestones that will shape its development. Of 4.5 billion years, first contact between the Milky Way and Andromeda, gravitational interactions begin. Of 5 to 6 billion years, intense phase of fusion with second collision and increased star formation. A 7 to 8 billion years, stabilization of the new galaxy, a larger, new galaxy is formed, possibly called Milky Andromeda. The entire process not only provides insights into the formation of galactic structures, but is also an opportunity for astronomers and scientists to observe the laws of physics and astrophysics on a large scale. In summary, the merger between the Milky Way and Andromeda is not only a significant cosmic event, but also provides a deep insight into the dynamics of the universe. In the next chapter, we will look at the causes of this galaxy merger and examine the role of gravity and other factors in it. Chapter 5. Causes of Galaxy Fusion. The merger between the Milky Way and the Andromeda Galaxy is a fascinating event that is determined by various physical processes and conditions in the universe. In this chapter, we will examine the main causes of this galaxy merger, in particular the role of gravitational attraction and dark matter, as well as the intergalactic motions that lead to this ongoing cosmic spectacle. Gravitational attraction and intergalactic motions. 1. Gravitational attraction. The main cause of the fusion of the Milky Way and Andromeda is gravity. Each galaxy has an enormous mass, which exerts a strong gravitational attraction on its surroundings. This gravitational pull causes the Milky Way and Andromeda to come closer together. On a cosmic scale, galaxies attract each other, similar to how planets orbit the Sun. The motions of these galaxies are in constant flux and depend on the gravitational action of other large objects in their vicinity. 2. Intergalactic movements. In the universe, there are different motions of galaxies that are influenced by gravity. The Milky Way and Andromeda are part of a group of galaxies known as the Local Group, which also includes about 54 other galaxies. Within this group, there is a constant interaction and attraction between the galaxies. These motions are often complex and result in the interaction between different galaxies. When galaxies are set in motion by their gravitational pulls, they can eventually become on a collision course, as is the case with the Milky Way and Andromeda. Role of dark matter and galactic structures. 1. Dark matter. Dark matter makes up a large part of the mass in the universe and has a decisive influence on the motions of visible matter. Although we can't observe dark matter directly, its influence can be seen through the gravity it exerts on galaxies. Dark matter forms a kind of scaffolding that holds visible matter together and influences its movements within the galaxy. This invisible mass also influences the approach and collision of galaxies, as it acts as an additional forcing. 2. Galactic structures. The structure of a galaxy itself also plays a crucial role in fusion. During spiral lattices and elliptical galaxies, the shapes and axes of galaxies differ, which affects the way they interact with each other. The shape and rotation of the galaxies can determine the course of the merger, and during the collision, new structures often form that shape the appearance of the merged galaxy. In summary, the causes of the merger between the Milky Way and Andromeda are a complex interplay of gravitational forces, dark matter, and the structure of galaxies. These factors work together and lead to the impressive dynamics of the universe. In the next chapter, we will look at the size of the new galaxy that will emerge from this merger and explore the possible dimensions of this impressive cosmic structure. Chapter 6. The size of the new galaxy. The merger between the Milky Way and the Andromeda galaxy will not only bring about a significant dynamic change in the universe, but will also lead to the formation of a new, larger galaxy. In this chapter, we will compare the sizes of the two parent galaxies and make predictions about the total size of the merged galaxy. Comparison of the sizes of the Milky Way and Andromeda. 1. Milky Way. The Milky Way has a diameter of about 100,000 light-years and contains an estimated 100 to 400 billion stars. It is a typical spiral galaxy with several arms consisting of stars, gas, and dust. Their mass is estimated to be about 1.5 trillion solar masses, with a significant part of this mass in the form of dark matter. 2. Andromeda. The Andromeda galaxy, M31, is the largest galaxy in the Local Group and has a diameter of about 220,000 light-years, making it almost twice the size of the Milky Way. It is home to about 1 trillion stars and is estimated to have a total mass of around 1 to 1.5 trillion solar masses. Andromeda also contains significant amounts of dark matter, which affects its gravity and structure. Forecasts of the total size of the merged galaxy. When the Milky Way and Andromeda merge, a new, massive galaxy will form. Predictions about the output of the merged galaxy vary, but it is widely believed that the new galaxy will be a combination of the two previous structures. 1. Size increase. The merged galaxy is expected to be at least 150,000 to 200,000 light-years across, with some estimates suggesting that it could potentially expand as much as 400,000 light-years, depending on the magnitude of gravitational interactions and the dynamical shift during the merger. The total mass could reach about 2 to 3 trillion solar masses. 2. Shape and structure. The structure of the new galaxy could vary, but it will likely take on an elliptical shape. This is typical after the merger, as the gravitational perturbations and redistributions of the stars lead to stabilization in a less structured form. New stars will continue to form in the merger, and old stars could reorganize into new orbits and clusters. 3. Influence of dark matter. The distribution and amount of dark matter in the merged galaxy will also play an important role. Dark matter could help stabilize the structure of the new galaxy and influence the motions of stars within the galaxy. It could even form new mesh structures that provide the framework for future star formation. In summary, the merger between the Milky Way and Andromeda will not only lead to the formation of a new, impressive galaxy, but can also have far-reaching implications for stellar dynamics and the future evolution of the galactic community. In the next chapter, we take a look at the fascinating concept of what the new Earth with 3 moons could look like after this merger, and what this change means for our planet. Chapter 7: A New Earth with 3 Moons. The merger between the Milky Way and Andromeda will not only fundamentally change the nature of the 2 galaxies, but could also have fascinating implications for Earth. In this chapter, we look at the hypothetical evolution of our planet in the new, merged galaxy, and what the scenario of an Earth with 3 moons might look like. The scenario of an Earth with 3 moons. If the Milky Way and Andromeda merge, the gravitational influences on our solar system may change significantly. Let's imagine that in the new galactic structure, additional celestial bodies could come close to Earth. This could result in the formation of more moons. Possible moon formation. 1. Gravitational interactions. The gravity between Earth and other nearby objects, such as possibly a closer star, could cause smaller celestial bodies to be captured from interstellar space or from the remnants of the merging galaxies. These objects could enter Earth's orbit as a result of the altered dynamic environment. 2. Fragmentation of asteroids. The collision of galaxies can cause asteroids and other small celestial bodies to become fragmented through the process of gravitational interaction. Some of these fragments could enter Earth's orbit and establish themselves as additional moons. These new moons could be of different sizes and composed of different materials. 3. New moon. While the Earth currently has a natural moon, the newly formed celestial bodies could cause us to see an increase in moons moving in stable orbits around our planet. A hypothetical Earth with 3 moons could thus have just as many different phases and tides, which would be more complex due to the different gravitational fields of the moons. Impact on Earth. The arrival of several moons could mean profound changes for the Earth and life on our planet. 1. Tides. The gravitational forces of the additional moons would significantly affect the tides on Earth. Different moons could produce different tidal patterns, which could influence the behavior of the oceans and the coastal ecosystem. This would have a direct impact on the global environment, the climate, and possibly even the development of habitats and ecosystems. 2. Night scenario. Several moons could vary Earth's nighttime light. They could dramatically beautify the night sky and potentially provide new inspiration for both culture and science. The changing light could stimulate the closeness of life and the different species that have to adapt to the changing environments. 3. Long-term stability. The introduction of several moons could also have an impact on the stability of the Earth's axis. The gravitational forces of the extra moon could influence the climate in the long term, which could greatly affect biodiversity and evolutionary processes. The merger of the Milky Way and Andromeda offers a fascinating perspective for Earth's future. The possibility of our planet being endowed with multiple moons opens up many questions and opportunities for life on Earth that require even deeper exploration and speculation. In the next chapter, we will look at the possible developments of life in this new galactic era and how humanity could assert itself in this fascinating new reality. Chapter 8: The Evolution of Life in the New Galaxy. The merger of the Milky Way and Andromeda will not only change the structure of the galaxies themselves, but will also have far-reaching implications for life on Earth and beyond. In this chapter, we look at the possible changes in biological evolution and the conditions for life that could arise in this new galactic environment. New environments and their impact on life. 1. Influence of several moons on biological rhythms. The introduction of 2 additional moons could affect the daily and seasonal rhythms on Earth. These rhythms are crucial for the behavior and reproduction of many species. Changes in light conditions at night, as well as different tides, could require adjustments in life cycles and reproductive behavior, which could lead to an evolution of species that better adapt to the new conditions. 2. Increased diversity due to environmental influences. The strong dynamics created by the merger of galaxies could lead to an increased generation of stars. These new stars could have planets in the habitable zone around them, increasing the likelihood of Earth-like conditions and the presence of life. At the same time, meteorites and other interstellar materials that fall to Earth through the gravitational interactions of the merging galaxies could introduce new chemical elements and compounds that promote potential life. 3. Changes in climate zones. The gravitational influences of new celestial bodies could also have an impact on the Earth's climate. A change in the tilt of the Earth's axis or orbit could alter climate zones, which could lead to various ecological adaptations. Species could adapt to the new conditions, or even new species could emerge to occupy the niches that have emerged. Potential for new ways of life. The dynamical changes in the new galaxy could affect not only Earth, but also other planets and moons in the Loki group that may not have been conditions for life in the past. 1. Life on other planets. With the increase in newly forming stars and planets, more Earth-like conditions could emerge that allow life to flourish. The exploration of these new worlds could lead to the discovery of new types of life in the coming billions of years, which may be very different from Earth's life forms. 2. Extremophiles and adaptability. Life that thrives in extreme conditions could potentially evolve due to the changes in the new galactic environment. Factors such as increased radiation, varying chemical compositions, and different atmospheres could trigger the development of new life forms adapted to these conditions. 3. Cultural evolution. If humanity as a species continues to exist and assert itself in this new reality, the cultural development of humanity could also be strongly shaped by the changes. The fascination with the night sky with 3 moons could inspire new mythological lore, spur advances in science and technology, and foster a longing for exploration and science. The merger between the Milky Way and Andromeda offers not only new physical and astronomical challenges, but also opportunities for the evolution of life on Earth and in the entire new galactic context. The possibilities are enormous, and the changes could be important for both existing and emerging life forms. In the next chapter, we will explore the role of humanity in this new era, and we will look at the challenges and opportunities that humanity might face in a merged galaxy. Chapter 9. The role of humanity in a new era. With the merger of the Milky Way and Andromeda, the astronomical landscape in which humanity finds itself will change drastically. In this chapter, we explore the potential challenges and opportunities facing humanity in this new galactic era, and how we might respond to these changes. Challenges for humanity. 1. Changes in environmental conditions. The gravitational changes caused by the galaxy fusion could affect the Earth's climate and ecological stability. Extreme weather conditions, varying tidal patterns, and new geological activity could mean that humanity will have to adapt or develop new technologies to deal with the new challenges. 2. Resource competition. With the possibility of new Earth-like planets and moons forming, competition for resources could come to the fore. The discovery of new planets could, on the one hand, open up the possibility of extracting raw materials, while on the other hand, conflicts between nations or different groups of people over access to these resources could be exacerbated. 3. Ethical and philosophical questions. Ideas about life and consciousness could change dramatically as interstellar space becomes more accessible and other intelligent life forms are possibly discovered. Humanity must deal with ethical issues that arise from confronting intelligent life outside of Earth. Opportunities for humanity. 1. Scientific discovery and progress. In the new era of the merged galaxy, science could offer unimagined possibilities to understand the universe. Advances in astronomy, astrophysics, and space technology could further deepen our understanding of human existence and the laws of nature. Mission projects to new planets could lead to historical discoveries. 2. Technological innovation. The challenges posed by changing environmental conditions could serve as a catalyst for technological innovation. The development of new energy sources, agricultural and irrigation systems, and technologies to combat environmental change could improve people's quality of life. 3. Global cooperation. The merged galaxy could bring humanity closer together and create awareness of the common challenges and opportunities. In the face of threats, international cooperation and collective efforts could be encouraged, which could lead to a stronger global community. The responsibility of humanity. In this new era, humanity will have to play a key role in the preservation and development not only of the Earth, but also of potentially newly discovered habitats. This will be accompanied by a responsibility that extends to the sustainable use of resources, the protection of habitats, and the respectful treatment of other life forms. Preserving our planet. Humanity must learn to use the Earth's resources sustainably in order not only to secure its own existence, but also to give other potential life forms the chance to thrive. Ethics and life ethics. While humanity could discover and explore new life forms, it is crucial to develop ethical principles that include respect and dignity for all life forms. The merger between the Milky Way and Andromeda offers humanity both nationwide challenges and the chance to grow and evolve. The future role of humanity will depend on how we deal with the past, present, and future. In the final chapter, we will outline the visionary possibilities that could await humanity in this new era and how we can set the course for a positive future. Chapter 10: Visions for a Positive Future in the New Galaxy. In this final chapter, we take a look at the promising opportunities that may arise for humanity in the new era that comes with the merger of the Milky Way and Andromeda. We will discuss how we can act as a species in a changing galactic landscape to shape a positive and sustainable future. 1. Advanced space technologies. The development of advanced space technologies will be critical to realizing the potential of intergalactic travel. Exploring new worlds. Given the formation of new Earth-like planets, new propulsion systems, such as light sail or nuclear-powered spacecraft, may be needed to reach distant destinations. Long-term missions to explore other celestial bodies could provide humanity with important information about the possibilities for life in the universe and the availability of resources. Terraforming and colonization. The idea of terraforming or colonizing new planets could become a reality. Advances in biotechnology and environmental technology could help to create life-friendly conditions on other planets. 2. Intergalactic cooperation. The galaxy fusion could inspire humanity to develop cooperative and inclusive approaches to solving global and interstellar challenges. Global community. Recognizing the common challenges posed by the intergalactic environment could strengthen cohesion between nations and cultures. Joint projects on space and planetary research could bring the international community together and pave the way for peaceful exchange. Investment in education and research. In order to deal with the new challenges and opportunities, it will be crucial to promote education and research in the fields of science, technology, and intercultural understanding. 3. Sustainable lifestyles. With the vision of a positive future, humanity must also ensure that it acts sustainably. Environmental protection. The preservation of the Earth and its resources will remain central. Innovative technologies for energy generation, waste avoidance, and water treatment could help to relieve the burden on the environment and increase the quality of life. Resilient societies. Developing resilient and adaptable societies that empower local communities and take user preferences into account could be key to addressing the challenges of a changing world. 4. Ethical dimensions and intergalactic responsibility. A new era in technology and space travel requires an ethical foundation that looks at how life is managed, both on Earth and beyond. Ethics in dealing with other ways of life. The discovery of other intelligent life forms will confront humanity with complex ethical questions. A respectful, responsible approach to newly discovered life could strengthen understanding and tolerance in human society. Global ethical standards. Creating global standards and guidelines for intergalactic exchange and exploration could help build respectful relationships with other life forms. The challenges and opportunities presented by the merger of the Milky Way and Andromeda are overwhelming, but they also provide an opportunity for human growth and renewal. A positive future requires a shared commitment to science, sustainability, and ethical responsibility. By pooling our knowledge and resources, we can reach new heights and build a harmonious relationship with our universe and the life forms that exist within it. In this new galactic era, humanity could be more than just a spectator. It could actively participate in shaping the future of life in the universe. Thank you for traveling with us until the end of our audiobook about the fascinating fusion of the Milky Way and Andromeda. We hope that you have gained many exciting insights and have been inspired by the visionary possibilities that this new galactic era brings. Stay tuned, because this is just the beginning. There's much more to come. Subscribe to our channel to make sure you don't miss out. Share this content with friends and let us know your thoughts and comments on this topic. We are looking forward to your opinions. Be ready for the next audiobook, where we'll take a closer look at the book mentioned at the beginning. It's going to be exciting, and you can look forward to a journey that will take us into a paradisiacal era. You don't want to miss it, so stay connected with us.